there's a lot of people asking a lot of questions. You're probably a little bit concerned about what's happening with the market. All of this recent volatility, you're not alone. Let's give you a few things to go through to kind of go and think about. April showers bring May flowers. Now, I'm not saying that May is going to be much better, but what we've had happen here over the month of end of March and beginning of May is we've had a whole bunch of turmoil, uncertainty. That's the showers. That's the tariffs. That's risks of inflation because of the tariffs. That's risks of unemployment going up. All of those things are headlines. What you need to understand is that this volatility is not fundamental. This is all headline driven because it breeds fear and continues to promote uncertainty, and markets hate uncertainty. Let's talk a little bit about the facts. Right now we're in the middle of earnings season. So far, 75% of companies that have reported earnings have beat their earnings estimates. That's pretty good, right? We still have a long ways to go, but that's pretty good. Now, just to be an honest broker of this information, a lot of them have lowered or reduced their outlooks because of the uncertainty around tariffs. But I think that's just kind of level setting as we go through and look at it. One thing we have to keep in mind is just over the last couple of weeks, you had two CEOs on separate occasions of major financial institutions. That's Brian Moynihan with Bank of America and Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase, come out and both say, hey, the consumer is resilient. The consumer seems to be weathering this. Is there fear? 100%. There's a lot of fear out there, and it's the fear of that uncertainty and where things are. Look, what do you do now? Number one is that you have to understand that these tariffs and all this tariff talks gives Donald Trump and his administration a very short runway to get it right. What does not getting it right mean? Not getting it right means that they lose the midterm elections. It will have an effect. Well, that's going to delay him being able to go through things. That's not what this administration wants to have happen. So they understand the importance of getting it right. What are we going to see happen? Well, we're already starting to hear grumblings of this country coming to the table and this country coming to the table. I fully expect that here over the next, let's call it 45, 60 days or so, we will start to see these trade deals come and be announced. As they go and they get announced, the markets are going to look at that favorably. That may hit the absolute crescendo, or the big finale may end up being China. That one may take longer, but I think that the markets are looking for some successes in there and reasons to go to be successful. Here's what you have to do. Look, keep in mind right now what's working. Number one, diversification is working. If you look at the NASDAQ, or you look at, let's say, the S&P 500. But if you take the Magnificent Seven out of it, you're down only about a third. So the broader market is down, but not as significantly as what the headline would tell us. Okay? So keep in mind that diversification is working here. What you also need to understand is that cash is a good thing. Why? Well, number one is that it helps you weather the storm as you're going through, right? You don't have to worry about selling things at low prices. You have to make sure that fundamentally the reasons for you making those investments is still intact, but you don't want to have to make a decision as to what you need to sell something. So as you're going through and you're looking at your portfolio, whether you're just starting out or as someone who's retired, understand what these assets are for. Why are you investing? What sort of outcome are you wanting to get to? Hey, as you're going through and you're scared and there's some things that are happening, understand it doesn't have to be this way. We're here to help. All you have to do is simply give us a call. We're more than happy to walk through what you're thinking, answer any questions, and help you make the best decisions so that you get the outcomes that you want. We'll see you next month.